Hello. Okay. Let's talk all the journals and planners that I'm currently in while I'm dropping them all. Mid-year 2020. Here we go. Okay. So I want to preface this with things change, things shift. Who knows if I'm going to be in these same things tomorrow. I literally have no idea what's going to happen. Some of these also, let's just preface as I grab another. Some of these may offend some of you people, but I'm here to live my most authentic life. That is my goal. That is what I have promised my granddaughter, which that whole promise thing will be in a future video, because there was an intentional moment in my life that I made a promise to her. So with that being said, let's just dive in, and I hope I don't offend you guys. If I do, I just want you to know that everything I do is out of love and purpose and passion regarding my own life and callings. So let's start somewhere safe with, sorry, I hear an alarm going off. That's my son's watch. For some reason, he doesn't know how to turn it off, and it goes off at what, 3 o'clock? No, it's not even 3. It goes off randomly, and my dog is afraid of it. And yeah, so if you hear beeping in the background, that's what it is. Anyhow, let's start with planner. I am still in my Hobonichi, but I must confess, I did buy, and I should have pulled it out because I still have it. I did buy a passion planner, and I 100% thought that I was going to be in the passion planner for the second half of 2021, but I just couldn't do it. So I am still in the Hobonichi. June, is it June? I will show you a little glimpse into the habit tracker, just because the habit tracker gives you a reading. Habit trackers, June dead. So June kind of fizzled. Part of that was because my granddaughter was coming, and I literally went silent. I went silent here way before June, but June, I went even silent from my planner because my life was waiting on her to arrive. And it was magical, and it was purposeful, and it was amazing. Here's July. I'm back in my habit tracker. Wasn't great in the beginning, but we're doing it. I will do, because I know that I've had some messages, I will do a flip through and show you guys exactly how I'm using the Hobonichi, because this is my planner. Let's just turn to a week where I can show you. Where do you want to turn? It's so hard to say, because I do like staple in things. I'm using it very much, for those of you that have followed me for a while, I'm using it a lot like I use the passion planner. So the weekly is my planner, legit. And I put notes. This is before I bought the passion planner. I glued in the small passion planner pages. This was me playing with stickers. Heather does not get along with stickers. Let's just be honest. I get along with them when they actually correlate with what happened that week. So this is not a flip through. This is an actual how I use it. This was a sweet love note from my husband. Morning, sexy. I look forward to returning home to your beautiful face. Maybe we should take a nap later. I love you. You're a man forever. This is what happens when you have a wild, sexy marriage. You get love notes stuck in your planner randomly. This was June, I'm sure. Yep. Renly Born. Do you see how it's like empty? And then Renly, sweet baby girl, that is her name. She is our little bird. Renly was born at 5:15 p.m. on June 25th, the day before my daughter turned 21, the day before my husband and my 22nd wedding anniversary. It was amazing. And then I show up. You can see how here I start showing up again in my planner. Well, I think I showed up and then I went to the Passion Planner. But here's this week. So the weekly section is my planner. The daily section, do I want to show you July, is I call it my study book. So it's the things I'm taking notes on. So I have my July favorites, July magic. So these are the witchy, mystic things happening in July. The moons. I do not consider myself a witch. Can we just put a pin in it? I consider myself a witchy mystic. Yes, I still use the term witchy because magic is a big part of my life. And mystic is a very spiritual term based on experiences. And I experience God on a day-to-day personal him and me, her and me, personal level. I am a very spiritual person. My spirituality is wild. I say I have a wild spirituality. I am a witchy mystic. So I do take notes on certain things. The seasons matter to me. Just like my body has a cycle, this planet has a cycle. There are seasons, and different things in the seasons matter to me. Yeah, so maybe I should turn to, you know what? I'm not going to talk about the Hobonichi. I will go into it deeper for those of you who are interested. Yes, I'm doing a personal 75 hard challenge. That will come. I do a what if page almost every month because this prompt has changed everything for me. I will talk about that for those who are interested. Let's just flip to June. You know what? I take notes on things that I feel are a part of my life that matter. There are recipes. There are random bits and pieces. This is my study book. This is, if someone at the end of 2021 had this, they would know what I went through. Even the silence, even the pages in June. Let's just turn to them, actually, while we're talking about it, because I do bookmark June for me, because I do not use the pages based on the day. So the 18th of June is the last time I had anything. Glowing Up Amma. I did put something there on the 21st. I don't know why. But then it's empty other than watercolor until July. So I am very much in my cousin. I very much love it. Will I keep it for 2022? I'm torn. I'm honestly torn. It'll be interesting because I love it so much, but I also miss the Passion Planner. So who knows? So that's part of my stack. Okay, daily journal. You will see when I will probably do an end of the year, all the journals. None of them match. I did not stay in composition books for my journaling, but I do have some here that I'll talk about in a minute. I went with whatever journal called to me. So there is a spiral. There is one from Barnes and Nobles. They're all random, which I haven't done in years. And I realized there was magic there to just choosing what called to you or choosing something somebody gifted you. I got this. When did I get this? It's literally like 2 days. I think I've been in this. July 8th. My birthday was July 6th. And evidently the cover was not in. Do you see this cover? Oh my gosh. It's like, I'm obsessed. Amma. I wish I could tell you where it came from. I'm looking to see if I have the information. That is so bad of me. I will ask my husband And the next video, I will tell you guys where this came from because he special ordered it from Etsy. If it's a moleskin notebook, he had it engraved with my name, Amma, which is what Renly, my sweet baby girl, my granddaughter, calls me, which, by the way, I should do a whole video on that, on why we decided Amma. Maybe I should just ramble here because I get to make the rules. So I knew my daughter was going to marry her husband before she knew. When he walked through our door for the first time, I think all of us knew this was her person. And she had had someone else before. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that she had a boyfriend before, but he wasn't her person. And as mamas and daddies, we know. We do. They may believe us or not, but we know. And we knew he wasn't her person. When Joel walked in, we knew this was her person. And I literally felt, upon first meeting him, which was day 2, they met for the first date on January 1st. I don't remember which year. I want to say 2019. Because then there was COVID and then I think it was January 1st, 2019. They met, had a 4-hour date. We met him the next day and he was supposed to just come meet us and leave, but he came, met us and played board games till I don't even remember when. And I knew when he walked in, I was like, oh my gosh, this is her person. And I literally, in my mind, said, I bet his mother has already taken my name. Like I just knew I was gonna be called Gigi. That was what I thought. That's what was the plan. And then sure enough, I Instagram stalked and Facebook stalked his family because I had that like thought. And sure enough, her oldest son had already had 2 babies and she was already Gigi. So I was like, great. My children already have a granny. They already have a grandma. Like I was gonna be Gigi. Well, then my daughter starts talking because she, once they were planning marriage and all that, like what was I going to be called? And Amma was basically kind of short for grandma because I loved that my kids had a grandma and they had a granny. And you knew when you'd say, we're going to Granny and Granddaddy's house, they knew exactly where they were going. We're going to Grandma and Grandpa's, they knew exactly where they were going. It wasn't grandma this, grandma that. So she, her and I came up with Amma, and I was like, oh, I like that. Amma and Pops, my husband's Pops. And then I looked it up. What does Amma mean? And 2 things popped up. The first one was Amma, the definition was a spiritual mother. The second was Amma, spelt the same way, A-M-M-A, and she is a beautiful woman who is like a yogi and known for giving hugs. And I was like, this is who I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be Amma. So that's where the name came from. So I'm Amma and my husband's Pops. And Pops bought Amma this beautiful cover for my birthday, a leather cover. I will find out who it's from and hopefully link it down below. So you don't have to wait till the next video. I'll link it down below. But it fits a normal moleskin. So this is a hardcover moleskin. And I started it on, when did I start it? I started it on July 8th. And it's my morning mindset journal, which I know some of you have asked for journal flips. And because of this whole adventure with being bold and brave and having dreads and releasing fear and releasing negative energy and the old language, I may actually do a journal flip and I may actually turn the camera around and let you guys actually see it page by page, but it's scary. It's a scary thing to do, a journal flip. So anyways, got the Hobonichi, got the morning mindset pages. Now we're going into the special things. So I had an awakening, and I actually talked to one of my friends, Everest, about this, that it came about with my what if journal prompts. And I said, what if Amma had a whole bookshelf row full of recipe books based on things that she experienced? And that freaking changed my world. you know, you have a recipe book with actual like food recipes, but in my mind, I thought, what if I had a recipe book about dreadlocks, where it talked about why I started them, the materials I used, what was beneficial, what wasn't, my feelings, that if I have a granddaughter or I have a grandson who's interested in dreadlocks, they could go to that Amma shelf and be like, you know what, I need to look at the dreadlock recipe book to see what Amma used and why Amma did this. 75 hard. What if I have a grandchild who is interested in the challenge that changed my life? Not really planning on talking about that, and they pull out the 75 hard recipe book and they read my own rules and why I did it and what spurred me on. These are my recipe books. They're all composition notebooks. I will have a full, right now I have 4 going at once. I will eventually have a full bookshelf of them because I have so many adventures. So currently, let's just walk you through them. Currently I have dreadlock notes and other locked adventures. I'm not gonna really take you in, but I will show you. I have Why Dreadlocks, which is another video to come because someone requested it. I have the start, how I started them, why I started them the way I did. Week 1 and all my thoughts on week 1. Yeah, so that's one recipe book. Magic, plants and other things. What does magic mean? Why magic? What does magic mean? Let me see if I can turn the page. They're sticking together. I have types of magic, plant magic, animal magic, not magic, poetry magic, and more stuff. Okay, we have 75 hard my way. And then once again, let the adventure begin. I have an index, all the ideas. My why, the plan my way, weigh-ins, rewards, book ideas, get inspired, get distracted, morning and evening routines, goals, favorites, healthy date night ideas. It's all right here in this specific recipe book. Then we have perimenopause, pre-menopause. I don't know. I'm somewhere in there. I'm 41, not menopausal, but my cycles have been weird, and this may be TMI. And I'm taking notes because nobody does that. My mom doesn't exactly know when things started to change for her. I am of the belief that I want to document everything. So my first missed period in a month, when I totally 100% thought I was going to be pregnant with my own daughter, I'm documenting that. So all of that is going to be in this composition book. So I'm going to have a bookshelf full of composition book recipe books. Okay, let's put that like this. Somehow I will figure out how to label them. All right, we have letters to the loved ones. This is Renly's book of love notes. It is a moleskin. All of my grandkids will have moleskins. This is hers, and it's Wonder Woman. Before I even knew she was a girl, I picked out Wonder Woman and started writing to her and including pictures. It's a girl, all about finding out she's a girl. Her mom has her own journal to her, but this is mine. Putting the swing that says Amma up in my yard. Love notes, napkins from her baby shower. I don't have a whole lot about her birth yet. I have a card from my mother-in-law. More cards and stuff that still need to be glued in. But this is Renly's book. I do have other books for my husband and children, but that is still in process, in work. This is where I might offend some of you, or not. I have prayer/spell books. These are the two. This one you've seen before. This my son-in-law and daughter, my daughter and son-in-law got me for Christmas last year. I love this journal so much. This is a prayer journal / spell book, as is this Bible. This is what is this? Promise Bible. I've not read the Bible in many, many years. This year I decided that I was going to read the Bible chronologically in a year. And that's what I've been doing. I've been taking notes, as you can see. And it's also become my prayer / spell book. So I have little sticky notes that I keep in the back of the Bible. Okay? And whatever Bible reading I'm doing, if I feel like praying the scripture or not, I will put in a prayer. It was April 29th, 2021, at a friend's cabin. I was feeling a little bit anxious, and I just put a spell out / a prayer. I do not believe that there is any difference between a spell and a prayer, which may offend some of you. I think when you pray, I do believe there is a God, creator. We are created to create. I'm not going to get into all this because it's personal. Your beliefs are personal. My beliefs are personal. I have a one-on-one personal relationship with the God of the universe, with spirit, with soul, and I'm very, very much connected. God, spirit, soul is in me. I'm not going to go into all that, but what I do not see a difference between affirmations, intention, prayers. Perhaps the difference is that I am speaking with intention towards this amazing creator that created this universe. But to me, when someone does a law of attraction, manifesting, scripting, it's still a prayer. You're praying for what you want to happen. It's still a prayer. It's still a spell. My desire is my prayer. Maybe another video on that, I don't know. So these are my spells. These are my prayers within the Bible. God hears every sigh, breath prayers, Psalms 38:9. I literally have notes, Psalms 38:9. Let's just look, because I put it here, so this has got to be Psalms 38:9. You know what I long for, Lord. You hear my every sigh. I'm reading the Bible, but in a different way, in a different unlearned language. And I date them. They are literally all the sticky notes throughout. So this is a prayer journal, a spell journal, my Bible reading. Okay, then we have my other spell book / prayer book. This is more specific to me and specific prayers that aren't related to scriptures. I have an I am section and I do scripting, but it's turned into a circular type thing. I used to do scripting like this, where I would script, and then when it got answered, I would check it off. Sometimes I would date it. Now, let's turn to, I have sections. So I have my Wild Sexy Marriage, which that book is out, you guys. I haven't talked about it. I kind of stayed silent about it because that's just what I felt like was needed, but that's coming. Once again, I prayed like that for a while. Now, which is one of my favorite ways to pray, in my Legacy is Everything section, I pray in circles. Because the truth is, everything is cyclical. We all come right back around, even if we don't think we do. So now I pray cyclically. So you have a prayer. I will share one with you. Patience and joy over my girl, Kayla, my daughter, as she waits for her sweet baby. Ease of labor, quick and easy, with all the healthy endings. And I wrote this June 21st. I write it and I circle it. When I pray it another day, I don't rewrite it, I recircle it. Patience and joy over my girl as she waits for her sweet baby. Ease of labor and love, quick and easy, with all the healthy endings. Patience and joy over my girl as she waits for her sweet baby. Ease of labor, quick and easy, with all the healthy endings. And I circle it. Every time I pray it, I circle it. When it is answered, I wrote June 25th, 2021, and check marked it. And you'll see over here, I piggybacked it and I said, selfishly and lovingly, may it be soon, because I was exhausted after a week of her being in labor. So I wrote that June 21st, prayed it, circled them both. You can see, look how many circles. Over and over and over, over and over and over. And then when it was answered, I wrote the date and I checked it off. And then there's one that I actually wrote on July 9th. My girl, my poet girl, who has a poetry book coming out, she is happy, healthy, and high vibe. And you can see the circles aren't as thick because that's been a new prayer. And when that's answered, I will check it off and mark it, and there's more circular prayers. And I have more. As you go through, I have different sections. I have a section, if you guys want more of this, I will share more, but I have a section for home, sweet home. I have multiple sections. I love praying this way, and once again, I don't consider myself a Christian because I don't believe in heaven and hell, but I do believe that the Bible has truths in it and is important to read. And I do believe in a creator and this creation, and that we all are part of that. So, not that this is a religious video, because this is not. This is a journaling video. Let's count this our 2021 mid-journal. I don't even know what to call it. It's not a wrap-up. It's a mid-journal video. All right, love you guys and talk with you later.